This is another great moment. I remember when I started here in Mumbai in 2013, January 14, the first PIX exhibition with Iran, which was also a great treat here in the gallery. Looking around and confirming, yes, it's a very important exhibition, presenting the history of Nepal, recent history of the last decades in many different ways. And it's also a very different exhibition compared to the Pakistan issue, which was more documentary photography. This is much more hybrid between contemporary art and photography, what I find very interesting, what is happening in Nepal. And I mean, for us as Max Müller-Barban, I want to say we are very committed to this idea to present contemporary photography beyond also Indian borders, to see what is going on the subcontinent. Burma has not belonged to the subcontinent, but it's also somehow in the cultural embrace of the subcontinent in a way, also historically. So I find this is a unique adventure of the PIX team to investigate, to research in contemporary photography on this huge ocean of cultures, languages, and also photography, and to present it to the public in these involved countries, and especially, of course, also in India. We are very proud that we are part of the PIX adventures and exhibitions and researches we have done all over these years, and hopefully we will continue this also in future. It's a very complex exhibition. I'm delighted to have Tanvi here, who is curator of many photos, very much part of the team. Vandita, Ahab's wife, who is editor of the text or the catalogs, which are available, not all of them anymore, I think, but most of them. And some, I think you can find them still online. So there is a whole library of South Asian photography now available. And I want to very much welcome Karan Shesta, who is here. I think it's the first time he sees the exhibition himself. It's wonderful to have you here. You visited in Kathmandu, you visited in Delhi, but you don't visit in Mumbai. Very warm welcome, especially to you. And I would like now to hand over to Ra, who can brilliantly introduce the whole thing. I'm sure.
Thank you, Martin, and the Goethe Institute for, I would just say, benefaction. Over the last 7 years, as long as we've been around, we started out with the Goethe Institute's support. And I have to say it's unhindered support for the last so many years. The world has made it 7 days, in 7 years, very long time to get it. So thank you very, very much. And Ruta and Vinci and everyone, of course, associated with the team over here. Without you all, and Ruta knows it, who's handheld us in this entire process of installation. I have to say, we go back several years again, really, in Bombay, and the seminar that we did over here called Frameworks, which was done over 2 days with 35 speakers. And in a way, what I have to talk about right now is going to punctuate what comes next for us. Not just only about this issue, but this issue is a kind of launching pad for what is next. So the team, and there is the PIX team, has just been to NID, the National Institute of Design, where we've been deliberating, what the relevance of pedagogy and practice is today. What is the methodology that is used to teach photography or writing about photography, and hence criticism around photography? What are the processes that are being put into place by the university now? Because it is about time that the university comes to support practitioners. And I mean this immensely because so many national institutions that exist in India, and we know this, do not support a contemporary in the way that they should be supporting it. And so our questions are about looking inwards very often as to where the support can be galvanized for ourselves, and it is really wonderful to have the Goethe Institute, to have various cultural institutes support us, but not our own governments support us. And I want to make a point about this because it's allowed us to think about alternative strategies of how to continue working in this field, which is a difficult field to work in because all of us have to take time in order to come together. So I'm really keen on highlighting that aspect of it, and that is how do we understand then the resonance of our subcontinental identity. I mean, our last issue, which was the Myanmar issue, brings to light various notions about secularism, whether secularism can be brought into cultural history in a distinct way, particularly now citizenship. And all of these are not generalizations to be made. We are trying to look at location-specific ways in order to study cultural history, the cultural history of today. And there is not much to go on over that. There is no local aesthetics at play that we actually can draw on as a legacy as such. And so there's a new visual history that needs to be brought. There's a new visual understanding that certainly social media and other forms is brought to the fore. But where does history lie in all of this, right? Where's kind of looking at the historical practice not only as a point of return, but a point of initiation going to happen? And I was talking to Karan about this a little bit, and his own family kind of comes from a family of photographers. At least his grandfather is a photographer. And the history of photography in Myanmar, as some of the students I have from the Bhawla Jillat have now seen, actually started in the late 19th century. The Ranas of Nepal, who were Suryavanshis from Rajasthan, eventually sent a group of scroll painters to Nepal, to France, in the 1890s, and they came back with a camera. And therein began the documentation of the state and state processes. But you know, this state process changed exponentially. At one level, it was about documenting the autocratic rulers, and as you know, time went on, and with the passage of time, and with the sort of easing away of censorship, it became more about state activity. And some of those archives, those newer modern archives, or contemporary archives, can be seen through the work of Philip Blenkinsop inside there. So we are always thinking about different modes of production. The material that you see around you is about a kind of anthropological investigation. It's looking at visual culture as raw data, not just an ancillary tool, but a tool that you can use to investigate, let's say, a humanist term on how to come together at, let's say, a subcontinental level. There is something about this exhibition which is different from the Pakistan one, not different from Iran, which has a series of practitioners using photography who come from an arts background. And this is why, apart from the PIX issue as such, which looked at social documentary work, we wanted to look at the work of artists using photography. And that sort of changes the manifestation of how the image is brought to bear. It is no longer a sort of fact. It is a kind of inscription of fantasy on fact. And some of that you will see in the work of Manish Bodel and others, Shilasha Rajbandari right in front of you on the ground over here. But in all of this, I think what's important to sort of think about is that there is a commodity culture at play within the arts. And it is very important to know this and to sort of be wary of it at some level. The contemporary arts situation, in a way, has to resonate with new forms and new media to a great extent, but also ideas that impregnate those forms and those new medias. And how else to do this in India without navel gazing, without looking at our own culture, but to understand how other cultures see us and how we might understand ourselves from the outside in. And so I think that is the point at which I'd like to pass over the mic and sort of let Karan and Tanvi take you around the exhibition. But our sort of extended notion about the subcontinental identity is that it is incomplete. In the 19th century, when photography arrives over here, there is a sense of undivided India, a very colonial sense of what exists over here. But do those borders fade away today? If there is a resonance that we can find with practitioners who cross the border and transgress borders in that way? It is a question we ask ourselves. We ask ourselves this question because we are thinking not only about the commodity cultures at play, we are thinking about the gaze. What we see through two eyes. which is three-dimensional, and not only the one on the lens, which is sometimes just two-dimensional. So with that, I'd like to invite Tanvi and Karan to sort of take you through the exhibition. We have one copy of the Myanmar issue, which is a browsing copy. We might sort of show it in other ways and other forms later on this year. But I'll end there and say thank you very, very much for coming. Do write in to us. We have a new website, www.enterpix.in. So do visit it. We're going to start a blog. We've been thinking about what to bring to this blog because methodologies and processes, as I mentioned to you, are now very much part of our, let's say, mandate, our modus operandi. So I'll end with that. Thank you very, very much. And Tanvi.
We'll take you around the exhibition through a few select works and have Karan respond to the works as well, and I can speak a little bit about how we engaged with those works as a team and how they came to bear on the exhibition. So yeah, I'll introduce you to Karan first, who's a visual artist and filmmaker, and you live between Kathmandu and Mumbai. And so born in Kathmandu and having grown up in Mumbai. Yeah. So his work straddles both the places and the politics and the inhabitants of both the places as well. So those are some of the concerns that could to keep in mind when I'll be posing some questions to you. So maybe we can go towards Karan's work. Pretty tumultuous history over the last 20 years, and with the end, there was a memorandum of understanding that was signed between the Maoists and the rulers in 2005. 2006, which marked the official end of the civil war, the overthrow of King Gyanendra, and then the following year there was a possibility of an election. Those few years, the way the politics changed, and in 2007 it seemed that there was this idea of hope of a better tomorrow and the possibility of what was yet to come. You produced a work which was in some ways either a prequel or predates this work, titled Once Upon a Hope, which had a very different mood from this work. So it would be good if you speak a little bit about which part in the political timeline that was influenced by and how that influenced this work in the coming issue.
So back in 2006 when the civil war ended, there was a lot of hope in Nepal because back in 2006 when the civil war ended, there was a lot of hope in Nepal. It's one of the few countries that actually elected a communist government, and people were desperate for a change and they wanted something new. And the air was filled with promises, and somehow all of that just died down 5-6 years after, because there was no electricity, there was no water, there was no gas. The constitution wasn't drafted, which the previous constitution was nullified in 2008, and after that nothing happened for the next 5-6 years. And there was a sense of apathy that was just there among the people. They were like, every month, at least half the month would just go in when the city would just close down, the country would just close down, because the political parties, the opposing political parties were actually just called up a bum, and it was just a shutdown of the city. And there was this sense of apathy that was there, pretty much, yeah. And so this work was actually born out of that.
So the earlier work, Once Upon a Hope, that had that kind of was influenced from the change in government, like when Gyanendra was overthrown, and the possibility of an election and the possibility of a democracy. That work just seemed to have a very different feeling from this, and I'm mentioning that here even though we're not showing it, is because here you're showing that apathy and the maintenance of the status quo that you speak about. But was there a time before that which you chose to reflect upon in your practice as well?
In 2004 actually, it's around 2003-2004 was when the rebels, they were called rebels, the Maoist people actually came into the city. And there was a lot of bloodshed, a lot of riots for a couple of years until the civil war ended. And there was people were just tired of it. They were just tired of this bloodshed, and also the collapse of the monarchy after the royal massacre. People didn't have faith in the king, which was the king's brother. And so I mean, there was he just wanted to change really, and just let you know it basically.
So this work was produced in 2012.
2011, 2012.
So the reason that I'm mentioning the date is because when we actually took out the Nepal issue, we always asked writers to respond to various works, and Pranay Rana, who was a Kathmandu-based writer, not Kathmandu anymore, responded to this work in the context of the earthquake which had just taken place. And even though the work was actually produced before, and it was interesting for me to look at how the work can lack temporal specificity, and it can respond to various points in the recent political history of Nepal, where there has been this hope of a better tomorrow, but that better prospect is never come. So is that kind of loose temporality is something that is very deliberate on your part?
Not in particular. Actually, waiting is a form of structured violence. You know, it's by an agency or an institution or a bureaucracy upon a few individuals or a group of people. Basically, it's subject. And when I was responding to this, it was just the mood that I was responding to that was in the city, but it has just perpetuated the waiting has been for everything. It's like from democracy to the fall and collapse of monarchy, to the end of the revolution, to the blockade, to the earthquake. I mean, it's been 2 years since the earthquake has passed, and people still haven't got the reimbursement. And the reimbursement is hardly anything. It's just 2 lakhs per house, and most people have just got 50,000. It's nothing, and the government, all the aid hasn't been distributed. So it's like people are just waiting constantly, and it's a way. Even though like Nepal has had 5 prime ministers in the past 8 years, nothing has changed. Even though ideologies have changed in terms of communism or democracy, or back then feudal times, the structure hasn't really changed, and that's what's really problematic. Because somehow when there is apathy, somehow when there is waiting, it just really kills people's spirit, and somehow it just remains status quo.
And there's another work in the exhibition which is Surendra, so we could move there and speak a little bit about that. Various groups are underrepresented and their rights to contribute are that of the majority. Surendra in his work, just to give the audience a little context, looks at this underrepresentation on the part of 6 specific groups, which is essentially the Dalits, the Madhya, and how their position in this new draft of the constitution was not taking into account the strife that they have had to, and the troubles that they have had over the last few years and their representation within the country. And how Surendra is actually giving voice to the activists and to mark their presence as an important presence in Nepal political timeline. So, how was your reading into this work?
Federal Republic in 2008. There was always the talk of drafting the constitution, and it just went on for really long. And this was the redraft that happened in 2015 was expedited because of the earthquake. They used earthquake as an excuse, and it's between these 3 political parties, basically the Democratic Party and the Laos, and even the formation of the federal states. Everything is suiting the Pahari politics, which is how they call it in the local, the hill people basically, the ruling party. I mean, the Brahmins are still ruling, like irrespective of whatever government they are, it's still them, in all in bureaucracy, administration, in everything. You know, in the media, it's the ruling party, and so they have problems with the Malays getting more powerful, and also it's just perpetuating what has been there in terms of it. And so when Surendra talks about these minorities, it's something that's come to life in our time right now, but it's something that's been existing for like centuries. Yeah.
Do you feel that Sagar's work also,
yes,
his reading of the Madhyasi group?
Yeah, so Sagar is basically, he's from a place called Birganj, which is the main port in Nepal. So all the goods that actually come from India to Nepal is in this place called Birganj. So when the constitution was redrafted, the riots broke out in Birganj because they were actually revolting against the decisions that were made in the constitution that was drafted. Because it was undermining their people, it was undermining the minority.
And this is essentially where the blockade was being there?
Yeah, this was like the heart of it. Basically, all the gas and everything that basically comes from India comes from Birganj.
Yeah, one could see that in 2015, how the blockade came to bear 1 month after the earthquake.
Yeah, 1 month after the earthquake, it went on for almost 8 months.
He's looking at Nepal and how there has been this mass exodus of people from Nepal because of the political instability that we were just talking about. There has been a severe lack of economic opportunities within the country, and there is this hope of a better tomorrow, and this what eventually ends up happening is, and I'm sure many of you in the audience would also have instances where you've seen this, that you have this, when you're leaving, that hope seems to be quite bright, but eventually it does come to bear in forms of exploitation, modern day slavery, and a lot of abuse. In fact, one statistic said that 1,700 Nepalis leave the country every day, and in the hope of getting work abroad. And depending on the company that has employed them, it takes anywhere between 2 to 3 years to get their body back, but still the airport in Nepal sees 3 to 4 coffins every day. So you can get a sense of the kind of conditions that people are also having to work with. So Hidman is actually looking at the large Nepali population that is working to build the World Cup stadium in Qatar for 2022, and the conditions there are extremely severe. You're working in temperatures of about 48 degrees, and the idea is that you're working towards building a stadium that is going to be completely air conditioned and full of all the amenities possible. So he's looking at that community of people that is working there. So when in the backdrop of the earthquake, when it hit on 25th April 2015, the people there were not allowed to come back to their country, to be able to be with their family, to be able to see some of their homes that got destroyed in the earthquake. So Hidman takes images of places that were destroyed during the earthquake. He also says that it's a sort of a homage to the people who died, and also the resilience of the Nepali people. And the character in the middle is a self-portrait of the artist himself, and where you can actually see the football is actually one from it's predicting on the Qatar World Cup. Yeah. So why I actually wanted to bring up this work also is that for Karan, like how you look at it, because you're on the other side, right? You've grown up in Bombay. Bombay is always seen as this land of opportunity. India is a place for Nepal where a lot of people who come to they're here in the service sector, and how do you engage with something like Hidman's work? Because you're looking at it, are you looking at it from a completely different lens?
There's a lot of times, especially how the West validates South Asia is as a bedrock of issues. And so what he talks about is these issues, but it doesn't go beyond that. So for me, standing on the other side, I see things more differently. In terms of when we do artworks and it is an investigation or an examination, I think we need to go a bit deeper into it. I mean, but saying that, it's, I think in Nepal, like the 1/3 of its economy actually comes from remittance money. And back in the day, people would come to India because it was the only open border. But right now, people go to the Gulf, they go to Malaysia, they go to Japan, Korea, and somehow it's a trend. And that actually, there's a hierarchy of where you go as well. Like in a village, you measure your status is measured on where you go. So if you go to the Middle East, you're probably better off than if you go to Malaysia. Or if you go to Japan, you're better off than you're going to Middle East. And India has dropped down in the chart, but that's how it is. Yeah, and it's all about. So even when I was writing about the migrants, they always say it's. They will say it's which means it's not our dream to actually go abroad, but it is our helplessness. And yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Because there's no option. There's very little that you can actually do. And given how the politics is and how the structures are, it's just people don't have any choice really. And a lot of times when they go through these manpower agencies, they don't even know what they're going to do. I mean, they promise one job and then they do something else.
Are there other artists that you know of that are also looking at this politics of labor that exists in Nepal?
I think a lot of the work that is coming out of Nepal is either politics of labor or community-based work. So that's largely, and it's largely dictated by the funding and grants that actually come from this.
Speaking about funding and grants, we also have the Nepal Photo Project, which is at the back. I don't know if how many of you are familiar with it, but it's an Instagram handle that was started right actually the day of the earthquake or the day before or the day after, where Sumit Dayal and Tara Bedi, who were based in Delhi, was seeing a lot of people reporting on the earthquake and through their own cell phones and putting up the feeds on their Instagram, and they felt that all of this information needs to be coalesced into one platform so that it becomes a resource for people who are trying to reach out to be able to send money or relief. So they actually started this, the handle, and through the handle actually, people would look at a certain photo and say that we would like to help that particular woman, could you get us in touch with her? So they actually managed to sort of cut through the whole NGO administration that a lot of people deal with and then eventually end up contributing. So that installation there is for the Nepal Photo Project. I'd urge you to go and have a look at it. It actually, so the timeline looks at every single date that there was a tremor from the 25th of April till the 6th of June, 6th of August, and the undulations on the timeline are actually the magnitude of the tremors on that date, and the images that you see would be some of the images that were uploaded onto the timeline for that day. So it's a way for them to bring together the virtual platform in a physical space. Introduce the film.
Joining it happened in Kathmandu, and the work that I did was how the geography informs psychology, the psyche, in how Kathmandu is a valley, and how when things are in a valley, there's no horizon, and how that really dictates movements and time. And yeah, I mean, it's 4-channel video installation and drawings and stuff. And this film was made back in 2013, and it talks about how modernity suddenly introduced to a rural landscape, and how that really, and what are the repercussions and consequences that come out of it. So if you're interested, I can have a discussion.